Our short film used, developed and challenged media conventions in multiple of ways through camera work, audio and editing. This is how.
I've never been the sort of man to do something like this. To be fair, I've always been a bit cynical about the idea. It's just another thing I could do without.
The music used at the start with the monologue, coupled with the monologue itself, that has quite a depressing feel, really made the piece seem as though it was going to be a lot more solemn and serious than it was. This challenges conventions used in most comedy films, as they do not start with this and do not make the viewer think that it's going to be something other than what it eventually turns out to be.
We challenged forms and conventions through advanced colour correction and compound blur over John at the start as he states his monologue. As Jack said earlier, coupled with the music, this gave an eerie atmosphere that felt almost sorrowful. It was interesting to use this as it allowed us to defy the audience expectation.
An abstract idea personified by physical acts and gestures. Being 30.
We challenged forms and conventions of real-life short films by using a Dutch angle shot at the start. This was unusual as it defied the normal comedy convention and added an eeriness to the film. Twinned with the music, this really broke the barriers of comedic short films.
You alright there, sweetheart?
I am. How are you?
The way in which we used camera work was firstly through shallow depth of field camera focus. This helped add a professional sheen to the overall production, as the focus was solely on the character at hand. We also ensured there was no lagging or shaking parts during filming, again just to help towards the professionalism of the piece.
We developed these conventions when using point-of-view shot reverse shot sequences in the speed dating part of the film. This means you get to see how both characters are feeling when one bit of speech from one character's going on, and keeps the pace quick and keeps the laughs closer together.
We developed forms and conventions of editing by using quick sequences as well as shot reverse shots. This can be linked to our camera work. The sequence of the shot reverse shots allowed us to have a real connection to the actors, and the pace of it really sped up the film and matched the genre of comedy.
You're extremely attractive.
Well, many people do say so.
I'm a fireman and a homo.
We used audio conventions and forms by using a backing track for the entirety of the speed dating scenes. This is typical in short films as it helps to add a certain atmosphere to the actual film.
We developed these forms and conventions of real-life media text through use of multiple audio tracks, specifically the combination of score and ambient noise during the whole of the first two scenes. Having the tracks over each other really brought the scene to life and added an atmosphere of a bustling speed dating event, and kept the pace fast.
That baby. You always know just what to say.
We used basic colour correction in our film for people's shadows and highlights to make the video look good and feel more professional.
Overall, we used multiple aspects to use and develop conventions of the comedy genre.
However, we did challenge conventions of the comedy genre by using things like eerie music and unusual camera angles, specifically at the start of our film. Do you think the soundtrack matched the on-screen action? If not, how could we improve it? Like, what type of music would you use?
I think the music suited it really well, so you don't have to change anything.
I'm assuming we weren't meant to understand the woman with the red lips.
No,
Yeah, sorry about that.
That was
sound
just
problem.
issues with the sound.
Oh, okay.
and stuff
Because
when
if
we were
you weren't
editing.
meant to hear her, then you could have done something with the music then instead. But yeah, okay.
Are there any ways in which our product didn't conform to our chosen genre, which was rom-com? If so, what were they?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I'm not sure how romantic it was though. I think it was more comedy.
He was well romantic with that, wasn't he?
It wasn't particularly rom-com. It was more comedy, but it had the romance aspect because it was speed dating. So.
He called the dummy baby as well.
Did you feel the titles, font, colours, etc., fitted our movie well and added a layer of professionalism? And if not, why?
Well, the title's professional, I think. Yeah, everyone's saying they were good.
Watching that, who would you think our target audience was when we were making it?
I think when you watch it, you see that because there are very many different types of people, that it could appeal to people of all ages and all target audiences. So I don't think there's any one particular genre of person that would say that it was identical to their, it could suit everybody.
I don't know what everyone else thinks here, but I think generally with comedy, you kind of hit a range of people, range of ages, range of background experiences, because comedy gets everyone, doesn't it?
Out of all the aspects of our film, which did you feel was most in need of improvement?
Sound, yeah. Yeah.
Some of the talking was a little bit fast. Maybe just slow that down a little bit so we could hear it.
I thought that the editing was really good. I thought there were a couple of sequences that could maybe just tighten up a little bit, but I thought that overall it was really very good. Just sound, and that was it.
I think you might have missed an opportunity of the outtakes, a bit sort of like Toy Story-ish, I mean,
really had one.
I'm not saying make it 20 seconds shorter to get 20 seconds worth of laughs in, because obviously it was supposed to be rom-com, wasn't it? Yeah. But the comedy level was certainly there, yeah.
I really liked it. I found that I was smiling like the whole way through. It was really funny.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's because there are recognisable elements of maybe all of us slightly in there somewhere.
I thought it was really good, and I really liked the actors, so it looked really professional, if that makes sense.
I thought a credit to the actual script writing was that I was really struggling to try and hear what that woman was saying, because I didn't want to miss a laugh that was in the whole thing, sort of thing. So that was really well done.
The woman was sort of like an eco-warrior, so she was, I don't know if you heard, she had a few facts. She was saying all the global warming and stuff, and unfortunately you couldn't hear, but that was her premise.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jack, and in this tutorial I'll be showing you how myself and the two other members of Assenav Productions, James and Alex, used Celtex, which is a digital technology for script writing, whilst planning our film. When you first go onto Celtex, you will have to create yourself an account, but it's very simple and self-explanatory. And then when you get to a page like this, you click on Create up here, and then once that loads, you go on Screenplay, and then enter the name of your script. So ours was Fast Love. Oh, I've typed that wrong. Fast Love. And then once it's loaded, you can begin to edit, which is very simple. It's just like Microsoft Word. You can put things in bold, italics, or underlined. Scene heading, action, character, dialogue, it's all predetermined. You don't have to edit any of it. It's all templates, which is the good thing about this website and makes it much easier than using things like Word for particular screenplays such as this. We found cell text very helpful when writing our script because it made things very much more professional looking and made everything easier with all the templates they have, instead of having to edit everything to make it different for different shots and different actions and things. Overall, I'd give cell text a 9 out of 10.
Hi, I'm James Lloyd. I'm going to show you how I use the digital technology Adobe Premiere Pro CS6 in making the evaluation of our short film. The first thing you do in Adobe Premiere Pro is open a new project. So with our evaluation, we're going to a hard drive and take out our project file. So this is Premiere Pro. Over here we have our project bins, up here is the slug, the canvas, and then down here is the timeline. For question 1, we used this kind of format where we had a short film in the top left, we had what we were talking about in the top right, and we had the question of the evaluation, question 1 in the bottom corner. As you can see, there's lots of different layers, so I've got the titles layer up here, got the background colour here, got the question, and then of course we've got our actual film just here on these two video channels. Premiere Pro is quite a professional program and combines lots of different skills to make a final product. We use this for our short film and are also using this for our evaluation, as you can see. Overall, I would give Adobe Premiere Pro 10 out of 10.
Oh hey, I didn't see you there. In this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you what digital technologies we used in the construction and research of our short film. The digital technology we used for research was shortoftheweek.com, as it allowed us to gain an insight into and get a feel for the sort of other short films in the genre of our choice, in this case comedy. The reason I like this website is because it's got a very user-friendly interface in which you just click films and then you can select the genre that you're looking for, comedy, and yeah, this lets us look at all sorts of different short films in our genre and get an idea of what works and what doesn't work. One short film that helped us in particular was Mark Lester's Orange Drive, as it was a situation comedy based in one location, much like Fast Love. Overall, I would rate Short of the Week 8 out of 10.